doing it is we want to train you properly on how to use this. Okay. So Yash, you on here. So let me bring you in. All right. Hey, yeah.
Hello,
So,
everybody. What's up?
all
Can
right,
everyone
cool.
hear me?
So
Okay.
Yash, like explain to me. So let's clarify this. Okay. So this one.
Yeah.
So I got CloneVoice.ai, right? So I got it right now. I went to CloneVoice.ai/go. I went in and I got this all access account. I got in a super like a giveaway price. Paul is not gonna make any money off of it, but it's okay, cool. I got it. But the thing is, I just don't want to use voices, right? Like, that's okay. But ultimately, I want to use this voice to do something, right? Either I want to create a video with it. I want to do like, let's say a storybook video with it, some narration with it, something that will get me results, right? So ultimately, that's what people are using some tool like 11 Labs. They might use it for YouTube video. They might use it for something that generates them either traffic, leads, sales, brand exposure, something. So now with the integration that we are doing with Artistic for those who get this all access account, we are giving them these 3 bonuses specifically for Artistly alone, right? One of them being storybooks with voice, one of them being music storyboards for rhymes, and then the other one being flipbook storybooks video with voice, meaning that we can create flipbooks with video. How do these work exactly? What is the end result? I know it's coming up next week. People cannot use it right away. I understand. But how will this work? How will it be useful to me as a Clone Voice customer and as an Artistly customer?
100%. So one of the most requested thing that we get is like, hey, I'm creating this storybook about a witch or a Santa Claus or a pirate, right? But the voices that you guys are giving is not suiting, the kind of voice that I want to use. So, well, now you can design or clone anyone's voice, right? Like yours or your clients or users, right? So the idea here is basically, let's say you created a personalized storybook for someone, you can bundle it together with an audiobook narrating that storybook in that language, right? In that voice for your user's voice. That's the thing. I'm gonna get to my screen and I'll show you the step by step. That's one very powerful thing, right? Is now you can create talking storybooks in the voice that you imagine. Anything, your voice, imaginary voice, it's possible now. That's the one missing piece from that storybook angle is solved. Now, Paul, can you show the second bonus? I'll show that right now, how they can get it and stuff like that. Music storybook. This is very powerful, right? Like now, the thing is, I was like, okay, we got this kids rhyme, okay, like song, kids music video. What am I gonna do with it, right? Like YouTube ain't gonna accept my MP3 result, or like how can you actually visually present a kid's rhyme that you can use it to publish on YouTube and online, right? So this thing is game changer, right? And I'm going to share my screen right now, okay, as we are speaking, to go in detail, and it will be less than 10 minutes. I'll quickly go over through it, what the final results will look like. It's going to blow your mind. Sid, before I share my screen, you want to say something?
Yes. So I just wanted to clarify some questions that we've been getting. Yeah, some guys were saying, once they log in, they're seeing a message saying like to upgrade or something like that. Don't worry, guys. We just had a quick issue since so many people are hitting our platform right now. We're just having a little bit of an issue. So don't worry. Just refresh your page in 5 minutes, and our team is working on it. So you will have your access in 5 minutes. Okay. So nothing to worry about there. And the second question I wanted to see, so why is Clone Voice, better than the other apps out there, right? So there's so much competition out there. First thing, subscriptions, credits. So those are the 2 major things, right? But above all that, how are we different from the other apps out there, right? So a lot of people have been asking, and they may have this question in the chat, right? So I just wanted to go over that before we get to the other meaty part of the presentation right here. So first things first is integrations, right? So many of you are customers right here. So in the chat, many of you have purchased our apps like Video Express or Artistly and so on. So as you know, we integrate most of our apps with our other apps as well. So majority of you in the chat have been asking a question: how do I turn my audio into a video, right? So that was number one question I'm seeing in the chat right now. So first things first, Clone Voice is going to be directly integrated with Video Express. And our team is working on that integration as we speak, right? So that's going to be available in a few days. And we're going to do a live webinar where we're going to showcase that integration. So how you can bring your voices from Clone Voice to Video Express. Paul just showed a quick demo just a few minutes ago, right? So now you can take your voices and create videos with Video Express, right? So that's the beautiful part of it. Second, Artistly. Artistly, many of you are Artistly customers as well, right? So this app is also going to be integrated with Artistly as well. So you can create those flip books, those talking flip books and stuff like that with your own voice. So you can do so many different things and with the integrations that we're going to do. And this, you're not going to get anywhere on the internet, right? Right now, nobody else has the AI platforms that we have. And an additional thing that I want to point out is our Facebook group as well, right? There are over 73,000 customers right now who are on our Facebook group, sharing ideas, examples, and so on. So you can really interact with them and, get ideas as well as be part of a community. And that's the kind of community we are trying to build, where you can interact with other customers, get ideas, and we listen to customer feedback, right? For example, all the team that you see here, including our support staff, is on our Facebook group. So if you're not in our Facebook group, I recommend you join it right now. So you can interact with our team, share your ideas, what features you want in the future, and so on. And then our YouTube, where you're watching this video right now, that's an additional bonus for the customers, right? So I don't know anyone else in this industry. If you know anybody, you let me know, who does weekly webinars training the customers about the apps that they purchase, right? Majority of our team, Yash, Ali, Paul, me, everybody, we are coming on every week. We do 2-hour webinars regularly. We go over all the features. We explain all the things, all your questions, what you have, and how to use the app, how to make money with the app. So that's an additional bonus you're getting. Not just the Facebook community, not just the YouTube training webinars that we do every week on Friday, by the way. So you're getting that as well. And you're getting our entire team to be behind you. And if you see Artistly right now, it's Artistly 6.0. That means we have did 6 updates to Artistly right now. Since the last, 1 year? We haven't launched a product. We haven't launched a new product yet in the last 1 year, right? Just Artistly, we've been updating for so long, and we are in the 6.0 version. And this 6 versions, we have taken all the customer feedback, all the new features that customers have been requesting and put it into Artistly app, right? So 6 versions, and you all got it for free, by the way. We didn't charge you extra money for the new features. We always tell all our customers, and that's the same for CloneVoice customers as well. You're going to get all the future updates for free. There's no extra money that you need to pay. So whatever price you lock in today will be the price that you'll be paying. No credits, no monthly fees, no subscriptions, and nothing like that. And no additional fees, to get future updates that we do. So we are going to be constantly updating our apps, but without the subscription costs. So based on all that I mentioned, the community, the weekly trainings, the updates that we do, and how you can interact directly with our team, and the one-time price that we sell our products on, you're getting a massive deal right here. And today, CloneVoice is at the cheapest price you'll ever get it at. Right now, you can get a $25 coupon by using Clone in your checkout page on the full access plan, okay? So that's the unlimited, that's the all access plan, that $144 plan. It's already discounted. So the original price is $169, but today you can get it at $144, okay? And this price is going to be changing every single day. We're going to be updating the price, so it's going to keep going up. It's the early movers price right now, what you see on the page. So you never see this price again, and that's a guarantee. And you've seen it with the other launches we did in the last few years, where the early bird price when we launch, it's the lowest price ever, okay? So once again, I just wanted to stress, so if you're logging in, if you have some issues or anything like that with login or your membership status or anything like that, don't worry. Within the next few minutes, our team will be fixing that, and you'll be set and ready to go. So
Just one thing, Sid. So a couple of questions coming in on this error 500 when they're trying to make a payment. So basically, they can just try again, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, it is working now. So we kind of for a while it was crashed. The Kickstart checkout was crashed, but now people can check it
Okay.
now. So
So,
yeah,
folks, what happened was when so many people hit all at once, the
yeah,
checkout page was not working. So I'm guessing this is what was happening to you folks when you went in here and then you clicked on this get instant access, this button right here. It was not letting you go. Slash, even if you went there, it was too slow, right? Or it didn't go through when you used the PayPal or credit card option or whatever. So just try again. Okay, that means your payment didn't go through. But even if, let's say, you got charged on your credit card, don't worry, for whatever reason. It's very rare, but if it happens, we'll take care of you. Okay, no, not a big deal. So either way, if it got double purchase or some weird things happen, sometimes these things, when some people are hitting, these things crash. Nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. So you can try now. It's working now. It just could be that when I just showed the link for that few seconds, like maybe a couple of minutes, it was just too much traffic hitting the checkout page. But you should be able to go there right now and do it. So for example, like let's say you were in that page right now, you can just hit this button again. So you can go to that link you see in the bottom, CloneVoice.ai, CloneVoice.ai/go, and then you can just try again this link. Okay, it will work. Again, as I said, don't worry if your credit card got billed or your payment system got billed, whatever your payment method, we will take care of it. Okay, so that you never get double billed. Okay, it's not a big issue at all from our end. But yeah,
these are common, guys. You see how many people are in the chat right now, how many people are purchasing right in front of your eyes, right? So this is very common, even if you have like Amazon servers or Google servers or whatever. If so many people hit that right at once, it happens. But everything is back, so you can go order there right now on the website, right? And any issues that you have, by the way, will be fixed in a few minutes. And I'm working with a team right behind us. We have like a lot of developers working right now. So they'll get any issue that you have resolved right away. And you can email us, by the way, on that support@clonevoice.ai. So don't worry, just be patient for a few minutes and then your issue will be resolved.
yep. All right. So I will now.
yeah,
get
just one
into-
thing, real quick. We will be live here, so don't worry. So we'll be here until everybody's questions are answered. We will be here until everybody can log in and do all that stuff. So we'll be here for a bit because we want to make sure that not only you get access, but any questions you have will be answered. No question will be left unanswered. Okay. So Yash, now you wanted to kind of go over it. So just as an overview for those who joined late or, you were having payment issues, what Yash is going to be talking about now, because we kind of moved into the other aspect. So just to summarize, is we're going to show you right now, if you get CloneVoice.ai right now, and you're already a customer of Artistly, okay, we'll show you exactly how to integrate Artistly and CloneVoice with specific features that you have within the CloneVoice application. So as an example, I'll show you real time right now how we are planning on doing it. This will be available in about a week or so. We'll do special training webinar and all that stuff. Like here is an example of how we are doing it in Video Express. In Video Express, if you have you're an existing Video Express customer, right? And you want to bring in these voices, and you also purchased CloneVoice.ai today. So when you're trying to create a talking video within Video Express, which has lip sync, right? For example, normally you will see text to speech, right? You'll see voice recording and input audio. Next week or so, about 7 to 10 days, you're also going to see an option called CloneVoice.ai, where you can basically bring in, there'll be an API key you're going to get as a CloneVoice customer to paste into Video Express. So all the voices that you create, right, clone voices and all that stuff will appear within this section. So when you're creating lip sync videos and stuff to post into YouTube or whatever, for Video Express, this is how the integration will work. It'll be in two places. One is when you're creating the human talking video checkbox. So in other words, it'll be right here. So whenever you pick the talking photos, human talking video checkbox, you're going to have that available. Second place it's going to appear as well is under import media. And again, it's not going to be in your account. Mine is a special account, but it's going to look like this. Okay. So here we're testing it internally right now. That's why I want to do a special training for it. Under import media, it's going to appear like so. Okay. CloneVoice.ai text to speech integration. So basically the voices in CloneVoice.ai. So let's say, for example, I'm trying to create a podcast like so, and I want to create a voice, and I try to create, see here, I have Yash natural voice, and then I have full natural voice. So these two voices, right? Let's say I can bring it into Video Express under CloneVoice.ai integration. So you click on that, basically it will show up under the clone. Right now, it's still under testing phase, as I said. It'll appear here as one of the voices. Is that clear? So that's the basic workflow of how it'll appear in Video Express. Now, what Yash is going to be talking about is he's cooked up some magic for Artistly. Okay, that means you get CloneVoice.ai using that link below, CloneVoice.ai /go, or CloneVoice.ai as well. It redirects automatically, no worries. And you have Artistly. Some of these are new features we're building just for that integration. As a customer of CloneVoice and as a customer of Artistly, these are the things you can do. That means, in other words, you're not just stuck with audio or voice only and not know what to do with it. You can actually make videos with the Video Express and also storybooks with narration and stuff, which we're going to talk about right now. So there are 3 components for it. We're going to talk about all 3. So storybooks with your voice, music storyboards from rhymes, which is the singing videos. Remember that Baker Girl video we showed you and stuff? Those are the rhyme videos, so children's rhymes and songs with vocals. And then flip books and storybooks, where you can create a video export for the flip book with any voice. Okay, clone voices and the voices you create with the prompt or the public library. They have 7,000 plus voices right now. So that's the summary. Now, Yash, go ahead, show us how these things will work. I think you're muted, so let me unmute.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to share my screen right now. So let's see. See my screen right now, and here comes the fun part, the amazing bonuses of CloneVoice.ai. So I'm super excited to reveal these amazing bonuses that you're gonna get with CloneVoice.ai. So there are 3 bonuses. There will be more, but 3 bonuses that I'm super excited about, right? Is number 1. Now you have the ability to integrate CloneVoice with Artistly and Video Express, so that specifically with Artistly now, you can now narrate storybooks with your voice or with any voice you created or you cloned. How powerful is that? Crazy, right? Now here comes the fun part. It's the second bonus, okay? Is now you got those flip books as a talking book, right? Which you can share it with other people. They can hear it. It's okay. It's good. It's amazing, right? What if you want to publish it online? What if you want to post it on YouTube or whatever it is? Well, now you can. And this is the second bonus that you get with CloneVoice.ai. That means the idea is very simple. Now you can convert your flip books to videos. Yay! How powerful that is. And we are not even stopped here. The third one is my favorite. Okay? Now you can convert your rhymes, your kids' music into a fully scene by scene music storyboard. So you don't have to worry about manually figuring out the consistency of the characters for the storyboard. Meaning, you know, you have this audio or you have this, let's say, rhyme or a kid's music video that you created. Now you wanted to use it. You wanted to publish it online, right? Now what are your options? You obviously have to convert it. You want visuals. You can now create scene by scene storyboard visual for every rhyme, and I'm super pumped up to show that to you, okay? So let's start with the bonus number 1. The bonus number 1 is the ability to transfer your voices directly to Artistly to use it, basically to use it for narrating storybooks, for using those specific voices. It can be the design voices, it can be your clone voices and stuff like that, right? So for cloning and design, as we already covered, but I'm just gonna show you quickly. Come to the clone voice, click and choose instant, record it with your microphone, upload it, give it a name, give it a language, whichever language is in, pick the gender and clone voice, okay? And same thing with the voice maker. Now let's say I want to create a voice of a little girl, for example, right? Then all you gotta do is come to create a voice maker, put in your title, put in your quick description. So let me just show you. Little girl. 1 second. All right. I'm just going to accept the terms and services. And we give you all these many options to play with, because it's AI is generating all these voices for you, so that you can pick the one that you like the best, and then you can select it for that voice, right? And create voice. Now all these voices that you see, your cloned voice, your designed voice, now you can directly transfer these, right? What we call export. You can export these voices without having to manually download and upload and all that stuff. One click, they will appear under Artistly, and now you can use them to narrate your storybooks, to narrate any book you create using Artistly. Okay, how do you do that? I'm gonna go here. Let me just go back. Let me just select back and show you. Okay, now as you're probably aware about this workflow, okay, is I've created these images using storybook feature. Now what I need to do is I need to click on create flipbook. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to click on the select story, right? Now I can either click on select this story to kind of select this part, this book, or I can select this one, whichever I want, just to not overcomplicate it. Very simple. Let's say I want to select this story. What is it going to do? It is going to select all the pages of your storybooks, so you don't have to manually click them one by one. Very simple, easy peasy, right? Now the fun begins is when you click on create flipbook, and when you click on select voices, you get an option of cloned, designed, and now you can create any voice you want, literally, right? Think about all the possibilities, right? If you were creating like a pirate, you can give a pirate voice, you can give it a angry voice, sad voice, this voice, that voice, little girl, anything you can imagine. Your own cloned voice as well. Imagine the possibilities where now not just you can kind of bundle together your personalized storybooks. If you're doing it for other people, you can not just do the paperback, you can not just do the flip book. Now you can actually create these online talking books for them in their voices. For if any of your customers or any parents request you to use their voices to narrate the storybooks, how powerful the value add that is, right? Just crazy. Let me show you. Yeah, so now when you click on, let's say I want to give it to my voice, Yash voice, again you can follow the same process, pick multiple languages. Templates is very simple, easy peasy, right? Which we already talked about. Upload, you can either browse what we have, or okay, now for those of you who are watching it for the first time, what is this template, Yash? So I'll show you. This template is basically what it's going to define how your text page, right? So how we divide our storybooks is on the left side will be the illustration, on the right side will be the text that represent that illustration, right? So we are kind of basically deciding that what kind of illustration or what kind of page we want. Should it be a border page? Should it be a blank page? Should it be this? Should it be that? And so for now, I actually created one thing to kind of give it a Christmas vibe. So you can use this like this, and your text will appear here. Now let me show you something really powerful, right? Check this out, what I've created. This is in my voice. I'm gonna shut my mouth now and see my voice cloned using CloneVoice.ai.
It was Christmas Eve in Snowflake Village. And
This is I'm speaking, and now as I'm playing it, my AI is speaking. Let me page by page, hear it out very, very carefully.
Something felt different this year. The usual sparkly magic, the special Christmas cheer seemed to be missing. Oh dear, she whispered. Where could it have gone? She thought of all the twinkly lights and carols that were usually so loud.
Pretty powerful, right? And you can share it with other people. And now we are also working on some abilities where you can have the direct ability to embed these on your website. When somebody purchases, you can directly deliver these. How powerful this is. Not just the storybook that is personalized for them, but also personalized with their voice. Crazy, guys. Think about this.
Just then, a friendly tap came at her door. It was Bartholomew, her best friend, a big polar bear with a kind smile. The jingle bells are silent. Lily, he rumbles softly. The Christmas cheer has vanished.
Very, very powerful, right? Now let me show you, let me now pick the voice, the little girl, okay? Now let me show you the little girl one that I created. Check this out.
It was Christmas Eve in Snowflake Village, and a hush had fallen over the usually bustling town. Lily, a girl with bright eyes, peeked out her window. Something felt different this year. The usual sparkly magic, the special Christmas cheer, seemed to be missing. "Oh dear," she whispered. "Where could it have gone?" She thought of all the twinkly lights and carols that were usually so loud. Just then, a friendly tap came at her door. It was Bartholomew, her best friend, a big polar bear with a kind smile. Bartholomew looked worried too. He held up a single, dull jingle bell. It didn't sparkle or make a sound.
All right.
The jingle bells are
let me just pause it. Very, very powerful, right? Think about the possibilities, right? You are not just limited for all the system voices or the default voices we give you. You can now pick any voice that you want to narrate your storybooks. A little girl, a wizard, a pirate, your own voice, anything you want. One click. Easy peasy, right? Now here comes the fun part. Let's talk about the second most important and the most powerful bonus that you get with CloneVoice.ai, which is now when you go to, let me show you, right? Now when you go to the flipbook sections, right? Now when you go to the flipbook sections, you get a powerful feature that's going to blow your mind away. Is a direct ability to convert to video. Crazy, right? Now, in just one click, you can convert your flipbook to videos with all the sound, the narration, the text, the video. So now you can directly get these videos, these flipbooks, and publish them online on YouTube and all the other platforms. How crazy that is. Let me show you how it will look like. Check this out. This is a video file, right? Just so you know the difference. This is a flipbook that you cannot publish on a YouTube or stuff like that. This is something you can share it with other people, right? It's a talking storybook, we call it, right? And this one that you're seeing here is a video version. You can download the MP4 file with proper voices and the narrations and everything in just one click, without all the hassle and without all the technical mumbo jumble, and take these videos and push them online, upload them on YouTube and stuff like that. Check this out.
Eve in Snowflake Village. It was Christmas Eve in Snowflake Village, and a hush had fallen over the usually bustling town. Lily, a girl with bright eyes, peeked out her window. Something felt different this year. The usual sparkly magic, the special Christmas cheer, seemed to be missing. "Oh dear," she whispered. "Where could it have gone?" She thought of all the twinkly lights and carols that were usually so loud. Just then, a friendly tap came at her door. It was Bartholomew, her best friend. Lily, he rumbled softly, but was unusually still. No joyful drifts, no sparkling crystals dancing in the air. They looked closely. Near the village square.
Very, very powerful. Long length videos we are talking about, right? It's a 4-minute video created in just one click without all the technical mumble jumble, with your own voice. Could be your own characters, could be your own page template, could be in your own language. This is the power of Clone Voice, right? That's what you get with Clone Voice. And now we are not stopping here, guys. This is just the starting, okay? This is just the starting. Let me show you something that I'm the most excited about, okay? Which is the kids rhyme to a visual storybook bonus. Let me show you that. 1 second. All right, so I'm gonna come to the create music. Let me just show you. And then if I want to create a rhyme, what I need to do is, let me pick the genre, the kids rhyme. Let's say I am just starting scratch, right? I don't have any lyrics in my mind. Again, you can add your own lyrics as a custom lyrics, or you can ask AI to generate it for you, right? So let's say I say a rhyme about the farmer and a little girl. All right, easy peasy. Read and agree the terms and condition and lyrics. AI is going to do the magic for me. Easy peasy. It will automatically create the verse 1, the chorus, the verse 2, intros, outros, all that amazing stuff. All I gotta do, give my music a name, farmer and little girl rhyme, whatever it is, and then I will click on agree and agree to the terms and services. After that, under my audios, I will get the thing. Let me just delete this or whatever it is. Now, I will see my rhyme here, farmer and a little girl. Let me play that for you, by the way. This is how it sounds like.
Wake up, sleepy sunbeams peak. A little girl, a farmer meek. Farmer day, seeds and grand. Stories that the flowers tell.
Very, very powerful, right? Now here comes the fun part. Here comes the fun part. Now you can go to design agents and you get this beautiful bonus feature. When you get CloneVoice.ai, it's called nursery rhymes. And all you gotta do is drop in the audio, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I've already downloaded it. I'm gonna drop it here, right? And then what's gonna happen, right? It's gonna take some time, okay, to kind of go through that, understand it. By the way, it takes some time to upload because it's a big file, right? It's a long song. And all I gotta do is in which dimension I want my storyboard, right? Like a visual storyboard, just like how how artists would do for the music or stuff like that, right? So I wanted to publish it on YouTube, so I will do 16:9, and I had generate music. And let me show you the power of this, okay? The power is very simple. In just one click, you get these beautiful, mesmerizing scenes, consistent through every scene for your next viral kids rhyme song. How powerful that is. For you to kind of do this, I mean, days and weeks gone, thinking about the prompts and doing it one by one. Oh my, okay, that is like so much time process, the manual time taking, regeneration time, prompting, figuring out, consistency of the characters figuring out. But now, it is solved. It is solved, and I'm so excited to announce this. This is one of the most amazing thing, is basically converting your rhymes, okay, the kids' music videos into a scene by scene visual storyboard so that you can take these and create a video. You already have an audio, you have a visuals. Now you know what you gotta do, right? So you're just one step away for your next viral kids, next hit kids rhyme, kids music song, and then you can put them on YouTube and all the other platforms. And this is the power, right? So just so that I remind, these are some very, very powerful bonuses that you get with CloneVoice.ai is the ability, right? And Paul will add more information. We will share the information. How can you do this? How can you get this? Don't you worry about that. But very, very, very important, okay, is now you have the ability to integrate these voices seamlessly across our application, specifically starting with Artistly and Video Express, and use them to narrate your story or books or whatever it is. Second, with Artistly, you get this with this bonus is now you can convert those books into videos directly. No more manual hour with no more complicated recording setup or whatever it is, with full narration. And number 3 is the done for you one click rhymes to a visual storyboard creator. So you don't have to worry about thinking what scene will come. That's the problem that I face when we were doing kids rhymes and stuff like that. It's like, what scene should come, right? Now you don't have to worry about it. Just drop in your rhyme, AI will understand it, it will create the characters, and will create all the scenes by scene. And as you can see, right, this is the scene number 6. Let's see how many scenes we have so far, right? We have almost like 35 scenes, guys. 35 scenes. Each with showing the actions that is in the rhyme, how powerful it will be. Think about the possibilities, right? And now you can create those storybooks and these talking books for people, right, with their own voices. Like, you can bundle it together, right? You can create kids rhyme, put it on YouTube with your own rhymes. Now you don't have to stick to one rhyme or whatever it is without having to pay any monthly credits. That is the power. You can now use your own voice to narrate storybooks. You can now convert your storybooks to videos, and it just goes on and on and on. And this is the power that we bring with CloneVoice.ai. So I will stop sharing my screen. Let's come to the Q&A part of thing, and Paul will share and the team will share now how will you get it, how will you get the access of this now. Okay, so let me stop sharing my screen and let's get to your Q&A.
All right. So let me just share my screen. So let's just discuss this a little bit. Okay. So those who kind of, so many things happening, right, behind the scenes, but you saw the point of it. Okay. The point is, which I want to kind of explain in more simpler terms, okay, is that with Artistly, okay, and CloneVoice.ai merging together, you can literally now create storybook videos. That was the number one highest requested feature with Artistly. Hey, I'm creating flippable books. I'm able to share that flip book, but now I want to convert it as a video to upload to YouTube or share with people or whatever the case might be. But that will only be useful if you can do creative voices, your own narration, correct? If you just do some standard voices, what's the point? Which we already do in Artistly, but it's not going to give the same effect. Let's say you're a grandpa or grandma. I saw one of the comments. Hey, I can do storybooks for my grandkids with my voice. Isn't that amazing? Or you can even do it with an elf voice or a goblin's voice or a fairy's voice. It actually looks realistic, more creative in nature. And nobody has thought about this because everybody's trying to squeeze money off of their customers, right? Okay, we're going to charge them more money for a storybook to video feature. Or we're going to charge them more money for this. And worse, I've seen it where it's even worse where, for example, these integrations you're talking about, some people will just like, oh, just get 11 Labs API and use it, okay? Just pay for my teaching, training and stuff, but the actual implementation, go buy some other tool, paid $300 a month, whatever, without even caring if you can afford it. If next month you have to pay that $100 or $300 a month, it's not going to be as fun for you when you're stressing out about using the application, rather than just say, okay, look, Paul and Yash and Sid and Ali, they got me, okay, no worries. They will update stuff, and I just have to pay once and get access with all the updates and stuff and all the integrations that we are making, okay? And again, just to explain this, okay, to drive home that point even more, you must have seen something, okay? I'll explain to you. We'll be announcing the winners and stuff, yes. But remember I told you Video Express, Talking Photos, and Artistly will be integrated in. So meaning if you're a customer, any one of these 3 applications or all 3 of them, which we recommend, and a customer of CloneVoice.ai, there are multiple possibilities. And we're going to give early access to this for those who get in today, because the integrations is going to be very intensive for us, for servers and all the other development costs that we have to go in to make it work. So you will get early bird access to integrations, while everybody else who gets it later, not today, they get it, let's say a week from now, 2 days from now, whatever, they'll pay more money. Of course, the coupon will be gone. The coupon, I mean, the $25 off that we have here, right? That will be gone for sure. So you'll have to pay $25 more, this price for sure. And then the other thing is more than the money. The integrations will take longer. We're going to do it after a month, 2 months, or 3 months and stuff like that, because we can't handle everybody. So you get in today, you'll get early access. Remember, I showed you here, it's going to be available in about 1 to 2 weeks. You're going to get it in 1 to 2 weeks, even sooner, depending on when we can do the training and test it internally. Everybody else who gets in tomorrow, day after, whatever, will have to wait a couple of months at least, because it's just a little bit more intensive. We can't get everybody in. We want to reward people who are early bird people to get in, for these integrations to be free for you as a customer of any one of these. And it'll also give you time to go buy any of these tools later on too, as well, right? Now, you must have noticed something, okay? I kind of wanted to let you in on a secret here. If you notice something, if you go into our page, okay? So let's say I go in, right? I will go into CloneVoice.ai, right? You're going to go into the page. Let's go here. You must have noticed something when you see these demos like this one. Let's see a couple other ones like this one right here, right? Like this demo right here. Isn't that interesting? What I want to talk about is the integrations. We drink our own Kool-Aid, isn't it? So we are going to be releasing Talking Photos V3, okay, in the next 3 weeks. Okay, well, Talking Photos V3, which is going to allow you to create videos like this. And that integration with CloneVoice will allow you to do the type of videos we are showing you as our demos. Let me explain that again, so it's clear. Probably the most powerful thing we can talk and teach is basically drinking our own Kool-Aid, right? So let's say, for example, you're in Facebook, you're in YouTube, you're in Instagram, and you see an advertisement, right? Like an ad where we're saying, okay, CloneVoice.ai can do this as an example, okay? I want to show you real live examples, so we're not just making up stuff, okay? So let's go to this. I'll show you, okay? Just 11 Labs V3 Alpha, I think it was called, okay? I think it's called V3 Voice Design. I'll just be transparent so you understand what I'm talking about in real terms. You see how even in 11 Labs' website, they have folks like this, okay, showcasing in video format, okay, the demo of what they're trying to achieve, right? So for example, you have this cowboy here, you have this lady here, right? Meaning then they generate a prompt, a calm, tough, gruff cowboy, or any one of these, right? Alien, right? Or one of these like samurai here, right? And you see this African-American grandma, right? And you see this haggard witch. The problem is they're telling you to go use it in some other application, okay? Those applications will be a monthly subscription. They'll charge you by the minute for the lip sync and stuff like that. What I'm saying is, okay, this is the problem, right? One is to market something, you have to show the video, okay? Like this, like how we are doing it here, right? So if I just play it, I'll pause this right here. So we are showing you the owl here. We are showing you this, a little bit emotions and this girl here, the witch here. You see what we're doing here? We have the puppy dog here, right? Another quite a monkey here. Now, think about it, okay? We could show this. The number one question people were having, as Sid was mentioning, is, okay, I see the use case, okay? Meaning I generate a clone voice or a creative voice, but how do I do a video with it? Talking Photos V3 will allow you to do that, and the Video Express integration will allow you to do that. Meaning, in other words, any one of the voices you're able to generate within Clone Voice, right? Say, for example, like even in this public library feature that you have here, right? Any one of these voices, for example, right? You see this werewolf, vampire, all these other stuff, like swamp witch, shadow court jester. You get the point, right? Any one of these voices, in order to showcase it as a video for YouTube, for Instagram, for YouTube Shorts, or let's say Facebook or whatever, in order to create stuff like what we are showing you, One integration, of course, as I mentioned to you, is the ability to bring these voices into Video Express, to turn it into video, correct? Second one that'll be coming up in about 3 to 4 weeks will be Talking Photos, which is going to be given but that integration will also be given to you as a Talking Photos customer and also Video Express. It will allow you to lip sync, right? With these, cartoon characters or humans and stuff like that. And thirdly, it also will allow you, if you see a longer length video you want to create, right, with Video Express, with these unique voices or your clone voices and stuff like that, you can also do it with the Video Express integration, which we are giving you as a bonus. Early bird people, meaning people who get it today, will get it within the next 7 to 10 days. We already have it. You see in my account. Just the problem is we got to do some beta testing and stuff to just make it ready and do some training. But you're going to give it to you. Okay. You can start using it and stuff like that. It's working. It's just that, we cannot handle everybody because then there's 1,000 different variations we got to think about and stuff. So you get in today, you're going to get first access. Everybody else will wait 2 or 3 or 4 months or more once we test everything. And maybe there's a 1% edge case in some language or some type of voice or whatever, which we have to account for. So we just don't want to deal our support team, our machine learning engineers. We don't want to deal with like thousands of support tickets there. So you get in today, we'll give you that VIP support where any edge cases there, we'll solve it for you personally. Okay. Easier to handle the fewer people than everybody, right? So that's the reason why I wanted you to come into this live stream and teach you the importance of this. So in other words, some of the demos, if not like this one, for example, like let me play this right here. It's just talking, right? With lip sync. This can be done with the Talking Photos V3 for sure, with your face on it, right? If you want to use it where you want to stretch the video out and make it where you can create a full timeline video, Video Express integration will do it. And as Yash mentioned as well, if you come back in Artistly's use case, you can do it with storybooks, right? Flip books and stuff like that, where you have a flip book that flips around. You can add narration to it. Syncing is done automatically, and you can add these creative voices. So in other words, just as a simple terms, if you want to be here, any one of these creative voices, right? Like, let's say I want to create a story on like werewolves, right? Let's say this one, this werewolf here. I'll highlight this one right here. This can be that voice for that storybook. You see what I'm saying? Or flip book and stuff like that. Similarly, the same thing applies for songs as well. If you recall, even in Video Express and Talking Photos as well, Talking Photos for lip sync is longer length, right? You can do one. So for example, in Video Express, we do scene by scene. In the case of Talking Photos, what we do is, let's say the same person, you want to stretch the lip sync for like 5 minutes, 3 minutes longer or whatever. Talking Photos is perfect for that, right? 1% through. If you want scene by scene where she's jumping, she's dancing, and she's doing all this other stuff, then of course Video Express is perfect. You see what I'm saying? Those who are Video Express customers and Talking Photos customers, you see the difference. So both the glue will be the voices and the cloning that you can put in, and the stuff that audios and the voices that you clone yourself, your clients, or the public library, or even the creative stuff that you can create off of a single prompt, those will be brought in with these integrations. So you can actually do more than just talking, right? You can do just more than voices, because no matter how a company is, right? How big it is, how small it is, whatever, we have to market something, right? Like, yes, like how we show you the demos here, right? All these demos that you see, just the same way, like the singing one as an example and stuff like that. You want to do something with it, right? And the only way right now you can do, without buying an external recurring subscription, without bringing multiple pieces together in one ecosystem, they'll all be integrated together. And that is a huge benefit, because longer term, you just don't have to just create maybe audiobooks only. You can create video books, right? As we showed you with Artistly. That way you don't have to just create some voices that you don't know what to do with it. You can actually create videos with it, right? All these demos that you see, stuff like this that you can achieve down the line, right? That's the goal. Okay. Now, does that make sense what I'm saying? So we drink our own Kool-Aid. We're not going to be like all these other companies where they're going to be like, oh, we're going to show you a demo, but we didn't create it with our own application. We created it with some other tool. Not our problem, right? You go buy the tool, you do whatever you want, not our problem. We just start doing it as a demo, which entices you to buy. What we are saying is all the stuff that you see, we want you to create this type of stuff, right? Like, see this example right here of this video right here, right? See stuff like this, right? The goal is that you should be able to use it within our tools, right? Talking Photos V3, that update will be able to do stuff like this. So in other words, then you can now bring in your own voice here. You're just not creating a video with you on it, let's say, but now your voice doesn't make any sense. Alternatively, you're not creating a cartoon character like what I showed you earlier on in the beginning here, like this monkey or whatever, cartoon character, but then the voice sounds like a human, which doesn't make any sense. You need like a creative voice for that, like what you will find here. You see this goblin voice and stuff like that, correct? So that is the actual bonus. I would say that's priceless. Priceless because actually you can use it. You actually know what we are doing to attract millions and millions of potential customers and prospects who come to visit our website, how to get them to be enticed in a more creative manner. Second thing you're able to do also here is basically you're actually having a glue that sticks everything together, the ecosystem we like to call, right? Just like, when you buy an iPhone, you want it to work really well with the headphones that you get with it, right? AirPods, we call them. You take the AirPods, it syncs to the phone, right? Perfect. Same thing with the Mac. You take the earpods, it syncs to the MacBook. We want to be the earpods. CloneVoice would be the earpods for Video Express, for talking photos, and for Artistly customers. Does that make sense? So we're going to be like that glue that will be sticking together and making it all work. Okay. Now, a couple of things I want to mention in terms of visually showcasing it. So again, think of it like a video. I'll just play this video now. Think of it like how you can be in this video with one of our applications rather than saying, okay, how did they create it? Okay. That's the goal. Everything what we market, everything that we show in our website should be able to be created with one of our ecosystem applications. Okay. That's the thing. Like, let's say, for example, this one.
You can create a perfect replica of your voice in French, Spanish, Arabic, Hindi, or in any language you want.
Vous voyez, je parle en français en ce moment et ça sonne toujours comme moi. أهلا اسمي ليلى وأنا متحمسة جدا لمشاركتكم هذه القصة اليوم. Ahora escucha, esta soy yo hablando en español con mi misma voz natural.
आप किसी भी भाषा में अपनी आवाज बना सकते हैं जैसे मैं हिंदी में बोल रही हूँ.
Okay, so let me show you how would you go about creating it, right? Of course, one of our applications like Video Express Talking Photos will train you on how to do this obviously in the future. But like you can go in and then let me kind of remove this right now. So simple point is it's the dubbing feature. Remember I showed you the dubbing feature where it goes two ways, right? If you can speak these languages, let's say, okay, so you would just upload a file and you choose which language. So we talked about Arabic. Arabic exists, right, in one of the languages. We're going to be adding more based on your feedback because we have a technology that can do any type of voice that we can clone. It just takes us some time. So you got to focus on where people will request the most. She talked about Hindi. So Hindi is the voice here that exists. You see this. She also talked Spanish. Let's see here. So Spanish is here. You see what I'm saying? So you can do it in that language, or alternatively, when you go to create audio, you can select a voice. So let's say, for example, I want my voice here, and then I can translate it into that language as well. If I cannot speak Arabic, if I cannot speak any one of the other languages, right? So then I can dub it in that. And the beauty is that that works really well. One of the things that we didn't get to talk about today, which kind of got added recently, is our voice changer tool. This also works hand in hand with this aspect which we just discussed. So this voice changer works like this, okay? So if I open up this video, I'll show you.
You can create a perfect replica.
Okay, so let me just pause this for a sec. So you see there, in the options, you saw original, which is English. You saw Francais, French, Espanol, Arabic, and then Hindi, right? So with the voice changer tool, what you can do, one of the things that people always ask us, okay, is, okay, I have a YouTube video. The YouTube video, or let's say a video itself, I want to kind of change, okay, the voice into another language or a different type of voice, let's say. Or even, let's say, for example, it's a 10-minute audio file. I wanted to change the tonality of it or pitch and all that without increasing the length of the clip. Okay, so for example, in this particular video, see how she's talking, right, throughout. The problem is, if I want to make her speak another language, for example, sometimes the language has pacing which is slightly different. So let's say this video is 5 minutes long or 1 minute long, and that the other one will be 1 minute, 10 seconds. It messes up the syncing, right? If you see YouTube channels of Mr. Beast or some of these other YouTubers, they will create a video once, take the audio file, and then dub it in another voice, but keep the same length. That way you can attach it to any video and it'll make sense. If you add lip sync later on, it's even better, obviously. But the point is, even without, the dubbing concept means that, right? So this voice changer will allow you to do that. This feature that I'm just showing you right now allows you to do that. We didn't get too much deep into it. It's a very simple concept. The idea is that I can upload my clip. Let's say my clip is 5 minutes long, 10 minutes long, whatever, right? My audio. Then I can make myself, let's say I don't sound that great or whatever, but I want to make it sound like a angry teenager, angry old man, or let's say, angry over or professional, like a broadcaster, right? News reporter. I can do that too. Right? So you can even change male's voice to female voice, female's voice to a male voice. Where is this useful? In cases where creativity is needed. So for example, like this one right here, like this monkey could be a female monkey or a male monkey, right? So in other words, you're trying to create an audio file. Sometimes you're like, maybe I should change the gender of that audio. It makes sense here, like the creativity aspect of it, correct? The other advantage is you record once, maybe your voice doesn't sound that great, or maybe the voice is not that great, but I want to apply a creative voice against it in any language. Let's say it can be in Hindi, Urdu, it can be Spanish, whatever, doesn't matter, Italian, right? Whatever language, doesn't really matter. Then you can apply that creativity, that tonality to that voice. Which is pretty cool. Voice change is super powerful for that reason, while keeping the length the same, okay? That one we couldn't get a time to basically check, okay? Get to, but that's the other feature we've added in, okay? Now, so we'll be answering some questions as well, but I kind of want to talk about the integration aspect again, so it's clear cut, okay? So the idea is every example that we'll show you, okay, can be done with one of our applications, okay? Whether it is Artistly for storybooks, Video Express for like multi-scene videos, for talking photos, lip sync in particular, right? Longer length lip sync, if you will. So all of these work hand in hand. So when you think about it, like any demos that you've seen here, again, as I want to mention, this talking fish and stuff, as we do updates to our applications, you can bring these voices into that, which means, in other words, you'll never be in a scenario where you see something sounds cool, but not be able to recreate it. This is the bonus, okay? And this will be available first to folks who get in today using that link, CloneVoice.ai. Again, this is only available. Again, I want to stress this because, it costs us a lot of money to do this integration. So it's only available for those who get this plan, okay? It's not available for these folks. Honestly, we don't make any money off of it. We lose money here. It's just for you to test it to see if it's worth it kind of thing. But if you get this, is where you're going to get the bonus, just to be clear, okay? So if you haven't, and you got this accidentally, just upgrade to this, okay? You should be able to see that inside your account to be able to upgrade. But yeah, just get this to be able to get that. Because the thing, as I said, when you get this, you're going to get first dibs, right? Meaning first access to those integrations. And you can start using them right away. Because the way we are looking at it is we have to look at the edge cases. It might be some languages may not be perfectly working. So we got to do VIP support for every individual person to check what they're using, what language, what type of voice and stuff like that. We can't offer it to everybody. So you get in right now, you're going to get that VIP support. We're going to troubleshoot stuff for you personally if something is needed. I don't think so, but in case, And the other thing also, the advantage will be you'll get first access to it before anybody else. Other people may have to wait a couple of months or more because we want to slowly roll it out. In fact, we wanted to sell this thing as a separate product, the integration aspect and all that, but we figured we want to give back to our community here. We've been so grateful for all of you folks, and the only way we can grow, and I want to be very transparent with you so you understand, we did not run any advertising to acquire you as a customer. So rather than spending say $1 million in advertising, we might as well pass on the development costs as savings. You understand? Focus the marketing budget into the development, into these integrations and stuff. So let's say, for example, instead of spending $300,000, $400,000 in advertising, which we normally do, we'll just basically spend that exact money into developers to work on the integrations, right? To make sure that you actually get an end result out of these things. And it'll only get better with time because once the ecosystem is good, it will be so natural for you. Okay, I want to put my voice into the scene. I'll go put it in Video Express, put my clone voice there. Oh, okay, I want to create lip sync, a longer length video. Talking Photos is perfect for that. I'll log into Talking Photos. My clone voice will appear in the Talking Photos. I'll link it together. Done. Oh, in Artistly, right? I can create storybooks. And now what Yash told me is I can export the storybook as a video with flippable pages. Now I want to add my voice or like a creative fairies narrating it for children's books in particular, or even a song or whatever. Oh, wow. I'm going to now go into Artistly, and then in the flipbooks, I'm going to integrate that together. That's the idea. Okay. So that it integrates and it's ingrained in your mind that, wow, okay, this is how it's going to work. I don't need to buy another tool or other stuff. Okay. And I want to tell you this with clear cut. Nobody will do this in the marketplace. First of all, it costs a lot of money. Secondly, it takes a lot of time, development resources and stuff like, we got to hire new engineers and machine learning engineers to just focus on that. And the third thing is you need to have that application. You see some of these companies out there, whether it's 11 Labs or Suno or whatever, they only focus on music or audio, right? They don't do any video. We do it. So it's in-house. So it'll be always better than if you were to patchwork other stuff, right? And nothing wrong in what they're doing. It's their business model. Our business model is basically to give you as much value as possible, right? Again, that will give you more reasons to stick around with us, more reasons for you to tell us in the community, for example, what feedback you need, what other features you want added and stuff like that. All right. Now, a couple of things that I wanted to mention as well. So some of you folks, if you're unable to log in, you got in and stuff like that, just give us a few more minutes. Just email us at support@clonevoice.ai. What's happening right now is that we have so many people get in that it's just getting delayed a little bit, your login emails and password reset and stuff. Just be patient. This is the nature of it. A lot of people don't know this. When you buy something on Black Friday with Amazon, right? Let's say, for example, you or anybody else, Amazon doesn't actually take the payment right away. They're going to send you the product, but they slowly charge your card like over a week or so because there's no system out there that can handle the volume all at once, whether it's us or anybody, just this nature of it. But don't worry, okay? If you, as I mentioned before, if you ever accidentally get double billed or something happen like that, let our support team know. We'll be here as well live. We'll sort it out as well. This is a support email as well that you'll see on the screen right now. Okay. Now I kind of wanted to also answer some questions as well as we are here. We'll also announce the winners, as I mentioned before as well, and we'll delve into some of the key features step by step as well. Okay. So some things that, maybe you joined in a little bit late, you missed some of the stuff that I showed you earlier or Yash showed you or whatever it might be. We will get hand in hand with that. But key thing, okay, I just want to be very clear so that it does not get, there's no confusion, let's say, okay, for that matter. First things first, okay, the integrations we talked about, okay, where will only be available for those who get this today, okay? Because as I mentioned before, for us to release it, we cannot release it to thousands of people at once. We can only take in a certain amount of people. It's not even about the technology. You might say, well, what does it take so long to do one integration? It's a software thing. No, it's basically where if, say, for example, you're bringing in a voice into Artistly's team, it is a unique team of developers, will have to now sit and fix a bug for you. In Video Express's team, which is a special team, it's a unique team on its own, will have to sit and test something went wrong, or your voices are not syncing properly, whatever the reason might be, right? Because I don't know what voices you're bringing in, what languages, what type of creative voices from the 5,000 plus public library that we have. It might be even more, 7,000 actually as of today. It was 5,000 yesterday. It might be 10,000 tomorrow. So we don't know one of those 10,000 what's happening. So we got to do that VIP level support to check every detail and do it. So we cannot handle it when thousands of people all at once are asking that question. So it's going to be tiered where today you get it, this one. You're going to get those integrations within the next week or 10 days. First will be Artistly and Video Express. Talking Photos will be part of the Talking Photos V3 update in about 3 weeks time. We're just doing some final touches. It's going to be awesome. It's a free update for all Talking Photos customers, as we've always done, which is another reason to understand that the updates, okay, so let me write this down, are free as well for CloneVoice.ai. So in other words, why should you get this and not this? Well, it's because you're going to get more feature access. Like for this one, you're going to get access to the podcast feature, audiobooks, the songs, music. You're going to get access to the creative voices that you can use, the public library voices, all that stuff. With this, you're only going to be able to clone a voice and generate a little bit more. So when we release V2 of Clone Voice, you're going to get that for free, right? V3 and stuff, which we've done with Artistly. You saw with Video Express. We're going to do that with Talking Photos as well. 3 versions there. And then the second thing I wanted to also mention here real quick so that it's very clear for you folks, because that's what separates us from everybody else, right? Ultimately. So I'll raise this. The second thing as well is if you get in today, the other advantage you get is the ability to be fast, right? In the marketplace. So you're going to be fast plus first. Okay. What does that mean exactly? So when you get in right now, when we say Video Express integration, you can create the videos with it. Then what we're really talking is if I bring this again into the picture, right? Remember I was telling you, like something like this.
Voice in French, Spanish, Arabic, Hindi.
Like this, or like this.
Puedo expresarme en español, sin perder el tono y la esencia de quién soy.
Ich kann jetzt so fließend Deutsch sprechen, Zove, und Sie würden nie erraten, dass ich nicht aus Berlin komme.
Avec ça, je peux te parler en français comme si je l'avais toujours su.
Now, just real quick, you see how the lip sync is perfect and stuff? So this is how we are getting towards, right? The problem is right now we can do it. The technology exists for us to do it. The only problem is the servers for NVIDIA. It's very expensive to do this level lip sync, which is why everybody else in the market charges by the second, by the minute and stuff. So what we mean by fast and first is that we can release something like this as a part of any one of our updates, right? For Video Express or with Talking Photos with this level lip sync first to you. Okay, so we can test it and we can get it out there and then roll it out to everybody else down the line. So that's another bonus you're going to get effectively when we mean fast and first. Okay, I just want to be clear. That's the problem. People always don't understand this. I want to stress this point through. It's not about the technology. We have a really amazing team. So the problem is right now, okay, just so you understand, all right? There is a big problem when it comes to access, okay, for the next generation NVIDIA servers, okay? Right now, people are spending like OpenAI and all these folks, they're spending billions of dollars to get this, hundreds of billions actually, okay? I want to actually show you this so you understand, all right? It's a power electricity problem. It's like so many issues going on. I'll show you just so you understand, all right? So just last week, NVIDIA said they'll put 100 billion in OpenAI, all right? You'll see this right here. It says NVIDIA is doing OpenAI, like this is all this discussion, 100 billion. And all these $100 billion, what it is like NVIDIA is going to basically put it in their NVIDIA servers. And about 50% of it will be data centers and 50% for the chips and stuff. Now, here's where problem comes. When we go to Amazon, when we go to Google, when we go to Microsoft and we say, hey, you know, we need these NVIDIA servers, which are like these, what's called NVIDIA Blackwell GB200. This is the next generation stuff which you need for this level of technology. They come in this format, okay? It's 72. It's like a refrigerator, basically, the size of this thing. Like it looks like this. Anyway, Amazon is telling us right now, Google is telling us right now, hey, OpenAI already took everything. Anthropic, this other company, took everything. Google took everything. So we don't have anything available. You're too small of a company for you, right? And that's the problem, not just us, even companies like 11 Labs and other folks are facing, just being clear, okay? And that's going to take a while to sort out, maybe a year, 2 years, maybe more. So what I mean by that is when we say, you know, technologically, like from a technology standpoint, we can do anything. Anybody can do right now. The problem is in getting access to the servers, right? I just want to be clear. I want to be transparent with you, okay? Servers, which are specifically the NVIDIA ones, which is the only game in town. They're a monopoly right now, 90% of the market, NVIDIA ones. This is where the problem is coming, okay? I understand. I want you to please understand that it's not like, oh yeah, we don't want to release the best features. It's just that we got to limit the number of features that we can do for now. And that's the reason why we have to give people who are early bird, who are best customers first access while we roll it out and we optimize it. Okay. So how this would work is, let's say, for example, Amazon or Google or one of these people will be like, okay, Paul, you know, you want 100 of these servers. We cannot give 100. OpenAI took all 100. We'll give you 10. Okay. Then in a month, we're going to give you 30. In a month later, we're going to give you 50 because you're a small company, whatever. So what we're saying is with this 10, we'll give it to people who get in today so we can handle fewer folks and then slowly roll it out. Okay. And this is not about even money. You know, I've made my money over the last 15 years I've been doing this stuff. It's not about that. It's about connections. It's about who you know. A lot of companies are using it for their own use case. Like Google, for example, buy these servers and use it for their own VO3 video model, for example. OpenAI using it for their Sora stuff. You get the point, right? So that's the reason why I'm trying to say when you get in today, no matter how much it costs us, whatever we're able to get in terms of the servers and access, we're going to give you first access, no matter the cost. I mean, it's not about profit anymore for us. It's about like giving you the best amount of value. And this is the honest truth. You can go and ask anybody. They'll tell you that. Okay. It's just unfortunate. So when we say we're giving it for the lowest possible price, we really do mean it. And so when you get this, CloneVoice.ai/go, the integrations we're talking about, it's not even about a machine learning engineering problem. It's not like we're not the best team in the world or whatever. It's more like an electricity bottleneck. It's an issue with server bottleneck, availability of these things, which is why you'll notice even when you use ChatGPT, they're like, okay, today you used up all the credits we have. Come back later and try again. You see what I'm saying? Even ChatGPT, right? Oh, you're using the deep research. Come back again later. This is very common now. It's because everybody's facing the bottleneck, right? And they're spending trillions of dollars, these companies. And so maybe in a couple of years or whatever it leads up, but 2 years in our industry is too late. You got to get the first advantage with anything you do, correct? So you got to look at everything in terms of time. Okay. Let me explain to you in simpler terms. This right here, okay, is not about the money. It's about the time value of money, right? So let's say, for example, you have to wait 2 years until the server problems and all that stuff gets sorted. Okay. 2 years. That is as good as wasting 10 years of your life, right? Because we say the internet world, the AI world is like dog years, we say, right? What that means is like, if you wait for 2 years hoping, okay, all the technology, the hardware and all that stuff, the scarcity for it, electricity, takes data centers 3 years or 4 years to build. They'll all get sorted. So I'm going to just wait until then when things will get easier, more accessible for me. If you're going to do that, it's too late. You lost, you missed out, right? Because what's going to happen by then is the train has left the station, we say, right? So just want to be clear, okay? So what I mean by that is like, even if you get, like, if you decide, okay, 2-3 days from now, I'm going to wait for that 4 months or 3 months or whatever until the server allocations for Paul is done. That's almost like 2 years in the internet world. That's why I'm saying, you get in today, you're going to get first dibs at it, meaning you get first access to it. Whatever it costs us in terms of the servers and stuff, we will make sure that you get access to them. Okay. I'm just being clear so you understand, because time is infinitely more valuable than money. I cannot stress that enough, right? Okay. So now the next thing that I want to do here, which I kind of wanted to stress this aspect again, is that the bonuses that I mentioned, okay, these ones, okay, the integrations will be coming in the next 1 to 2 weeks. They're not available today. We have it in our internal accounts. That's why we're able to actually showcase it to you. But those who get in today will get it in that week or 2 weeks. The other people who get in tomorrow, day after, or whatever, will get these integrations we are talking about, meaning once you get CloneVoice.ai, you're a customer of today, you're going to get access to them in the next, let's say 3 months later or something, whenever we can release it to people and it can handle that many people. All right. And you have to understand from our perspective, it's like this. Okay. Just so you understand from our perspective, you're looking at it like this. Today, we spend $0 on marketing to get you into this live webinar. You're all existing customers so far, which we really appreciate. So we spend $0, right? You came in. So what we are saying is that we will spend every penny we make today to get more servers with NVIDIA, AI servers, we like to call them enterprise AI, right? AI servers. We're going to get more of them and give you access to it. So instead of spending money on advertising, which we do spend millions of dollars worth of advertising, since we didn't spend, we're going to pass on the savings straight to you. Okay. That's not something other companies can do because they have to allocate budgets. They don't care, right? At the end of the day. Now, the next thing I want to mention here is that the idea is in the future, what's going to happen a week from now or whatever is we're not going to spend $0. We're going to spend something like $300,000 or more, right? In advertising to acquire customers and stuff because we have to get the word out, right? Well, we cannot really buy the AI service with this 300,000 because we're spending that on advertising anyways. So those people will have to wait for later. It's just unfortunate. That's the reality. Companies are spending way too much money right now on these servers and they get first access. It's an unfair world, but it is what it is, right? Google will always get top priority. OpenAI will always get top priority over us. From these cloud providers like Amazon and all these other folks, right? So whatever we are able to get, whatever I'm able to meet and allocate, you're going to get first access at it, okay? Just being clear so you folks can understand that, all right? Now, the other thing I wanted to mention as well is some folks are saying I came in late here today. I kind of missed out on some of the components and stuff like that. What am I getting today? What am I not getting today? I'll show you a couple of points here in just a second. But I just wanted to mention that when you get into the application, if one or two features are not working well, something is off. We just went live right now, right? So we'll be here to answer any questions and stuff to sort out any issues you have. But just make sure you email our support team, okay? If let's say your reset password is not working, it's not that it's not working. It's just going to take 15 minutes instead of 1 second because there's thousands of people who might have tried to reset their password at the same time. It's just a queue is a little bit longer. Meaning if you did it like 15, 20 minutes, so we should have received an email anyway. But either way, you can just support at CloneVoice.ai. You can let us know. We'll be happy to assist you there. Make sure, another thing is, because most of you already got CloneVoice.ai right now, when you're going to the application, please, just for your benefit, you go in to this tab right here. You see this question mark tab in the top right of the application. Here, if you click on it, right, this little thing here, I want you to go click on that. It will take you to the tutorials page. Okay. So please do watch the tutorials. All right. I created it myself because, I want to make sure that when I'm teaching you, I see your feedback and make a better training for you. And also I wanted to make sure that when you have some requests that you see here, I'll update the tutorials page myself personally for you. Okay. So these are all made by me. So you know for a fact that it'll be easy to understand. And second thing is you'll also be able to message me if something is wrong and I can go fix it rather than going to 3 or 4 different people and your request is basically ignored, right? Because there's some mismanagement